What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So we have some new polling coming out of Maine. I want to take a look at that. So we'll look at Platner, Collins, Mills, and we'll take a look at their chances of winning the midterm election. So that is what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. So we've talked a little bit about this before. When it comes to Maine, Collins is really struggling. And so the first thing we're going to look at is the Democratic primary. So this is Platner versus Mills. And when we look at Emerson at the top here, this was conducted between March 21st and March 23rd. You have Platner at 55, you have Mills at 28, and then you have two other candidates that are 2% or less. But what's important here is Emerson is showing Platner at 55%. And so according to this Emerson poll, Platner has a really good chance of winning. So Platner right now, the spread is plus 27. Now, when we look at some of the other polls, and I'll briefly go over these, you have Quantus Insight. This was conducted between March 3rd and March 5th. Had Platner at 43%, had Mills at 38%, so Platner plus 5. You have Pan Atlantic. This was conducted between February 20th and March 2nd. You have Platner at 46. You have Mills at 39, Platner plus 7. And then you have the UNH poll. This is conducted between February 12th and February 16th. Has Platner at 64, Mills at 26, and then the overall spread there was plus 38. So you see, Platner is winning in all of these different polls that are out there right now when it comes to the Democratic primary. And so that's something that's worth noting. But does Platner have the ability to beat Collins? That is what we want to know. So Emerson did a poll on that, and let me show you that. So when it comes to Platner versus Collins, this Emerson poll, the same poll conducted between March 21st and March 23rd, you have 1,075 likely voters. You have the margin of error of 3.1%. You have Platner at 48. You have Collins at 41. The spread there is plus 7. Okay, and then when you look at the overall, right above that in the yellow, you look at the Real Clear Politics average, it has Platner at plus 7.2. So you have Collins at 40.3. You have Platner at 47.5. And then when you go down and you look at some of the latest polls, the Quantus Insight poll that was conducted between March 3rd and March 5th, 800 likely voters. You have the margin of error 3.5%. You have Platner at 49. You have Collins at 42. Platner is plus 7. The Pan Atlantic poll that was conducted between February 20th and March 2nd, 810 likely voters. Margin of error is 3.7. You have Platner at 44. You have Collins at 40. Platner is plus 4. And then the UNH poll conducted between February 12th and February 16th. You have 1,120 likely voters. Margin of error is 2.9. You have Platner at 49. You have Collins at 38. You have Platner at plus 11. And so you see Platner has the lead in all of these different polls. Now, if the polls are correct, then we could see Platner win the primary and we could see Platner win in the midterms. But now let's take a look at how Mills is doing. Now remember, Mills, two-time governor. She's won statewide before. Platner has never won a statewide race before. We look at Mills, the story is a little bit different. So you look at the top here, this Emerson poll. This was the same one conducted between March 21st and March 23rd. 1,075 likely voters. Margin of error is 3.1%. You have Mills at 46, Collins at 43, Mills plus 3. So Mills does have an advantage, just like Platner does, over Collins in the midterm election. Now, when we look at the Real Clear Politics average at the top here in yellow, you see Mills at 43.5%, Collins at 43%, and so the average is showing Mills at plus 0.5%. And when we look at some of the latest polling, Quantus Insight, that was on March 3rd, between March 3rd and March 5th, 800 likely voters, margin of error 3.5%. You have Mills at 43. You have Collins at 45, Collins plus 2. And then looking at the Pan Atlantic, conducted between February 20th and March 2nd, 810 likely voters, 3.7 margin of error. Mills at 44, Collins at 44, that's a tie. And then the UNH poll conducted between February 12th and February 16th, 1,120 likely voters, margin of error 2.9%, Mills at 41, Collins at 40, and Mills is +1. And so you see there, Mills does have the overall advantage when we're looking at the polls, but just slightly. I mean, we're looking at a toss-up there. A lot of this fell within the margin of error. But when we look at Platner, Platner does have a larger lead. And so why does this all matter? This all matters because, in my opinion, Maine is that tier 1. Democrats need to win Maine. If they can flip Maine, if they can flip North Carolina, if they can flip Alaska, they'll have a good chance of taking back control of the Senate. But they have to flip that first tier, and then they need to win one more state after that. So you need a net 4. But what I'm saying is they need to win these 3 in order to even have a chance to take back control. And so that is why it's important, because right now, Democrats and independents are at 47, Republicans are at 53. When it comes to Maine, Democrats need to win Maine. And this is what it will probably look like. So if Democrats can win in North Carolina, they can win in Alaska, and they can win in Maine, that would be Democrats at 50, Republicans at 50. Of course, the tie goes to the vice president. The vice president's a Republican, and so the Republicans would maintain control of the Senate. But now Democrats would need to win one more seat, and that's where we're starting to look at Texas. We're starting to look at Ohio, even Iowa, looking at those states. And if one of those states flips, then Democrats could take back control of the Senate. And so that is what we're looking at right now, and that's why Maine is very important. But my question to you is, who do you think on the Democratic side should run against Collins? Should it be Platner or should it be Mills? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.